What will happen first, finishing this game or the results of the Iowa caucus coming in? Wow, banned for politics. How dare you? How dare you bring the stain of politics onto the stream? When we're playing this apolitical game, too. No politics with the Disco Elysium. Hi Joe, how are you today? pretty fucking bad. I'm not sure if I'm sick or what, I don't know. Pretty fucking bad. We'll see how it goes. Why does Discord look different? What happened to Discord? What's this? What? It's different, so I don't like it. Anyway, sorry for starting late. Not feeling too great, and also Kate went down for a nap right before, so wanted to give her some time. So she's not crying during the stream. This is loud. Loud. Joe is sick. I'm not sure. We'll see. I just don't feel all that great. I don't feel full on sick. I just don't feel good. We'll see how it goes. Oh, stretching is so good. So what's going on in Iowa? I don't understand it. So the election results aren't coming in, and some guy named Pete Butterplug said that he won, but he didn't. And now it looks like he did it on purpose, maybe, or he's just an idiot, or... And then Sanders technically won, or... I don't know. Are you sure Disco is a good game to play when you're not feeling the greatest? Well, it's probably better than a high gameplay game. I have no idea what's happening in Iowa. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever heard of Iowa. Where is it? Iowa. Yeah. Iowa. Iowa is... Oh, Iowa's like way further north than I would have guessed. Okay, so Iowa is to the south of Minnesota, and it shares a border with Wisconsin and Illinois. Okay. I don't know American geography all that well. In fact, I don't know geography that well, period, to be honest with you. Like, as my geography teacher used to say, you know, you're not going to be able to have a map in your back pocket throughout your whole entire life, and then you just whip out your smartphone and say, fuck you, geography teacher. Iowa. The voting app either crashed or was hacked, and there are no paper backups. I saw something on Twitter, in between the tweets from 3 of the people I follow that just tweet relentlessly all day, every day, about something like it was between Pete Buttigieg or whatever the fuck his name is, and Sanders, and this woman just flips a coin. I don't know if that's true. I don't even know what that means. This is the problem. It's like, you know, they've won because I can't trust anything that I see. She climbs out of her well and flips a coin. All right, this is a politics stream now. Let's get some viewers on. Who wants to debate me on voice? Come on. Who disagrees with me on something politically? Let's get them on. We're becoming destiny. Let's go. This is my new career now. I'm done. How's it going, buddy? What do you want to talk about today? Lately, I've been catching up on the Death Stranding streams. I generally find the audacity of the Monster Energy sponsorship integration to be endearing. I really think it goes so far that it doesn't detract at all, but ends up adding some charm to the game. That's fair. I can see where you're coming from. I disagree, but I can see where you're coming from. Make a Yaya great again. We're gonna ban a Yaya and we're gonna make the weebs pay for it. Praying for your health. Oh, this matcha is nice. This is gorgeous. We're enabling a Yaya, but we're gonna make the weebs pay for it. Look at this. With the music in the background at the same time. Do 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 do. Best boy looking quite serene and angelic. I think this might be a contender for the best one when we do the votes at the end. Thank you, Keithu. I think we'll be done this week, and then you will be free. You'll finally be free. He doesn't know. If Skyrim came out today, excluding its graphical aspects, what would you give it out of 10? I have no idea. Not very highly. I really like Skyrim, but if it came out today, it would be even more dated than it was when it came out. So, but yeah, I'm fairly positive on Skyrim. All right, so we have this. This is apparently very important to Assistant Weeby. Alright, authority, challenge, make Joe change Kim's icon to Pickle Kim. Alright. Alright, are we gonna pass? Are we gonna pass? Let's see. There's a follow-up. There's a follow-up. Alright. Challenging success. Joe has no authority here. Talk directly to chat and he will have no choice. Assistant Ayaya, put on your best impression of Pickle Nagito. Hey chat, I know Kim is amazing and all that, but wouldn't he be even better if you added a little bit of hope in there? Half-Life success. Just tell him, do it or no balls. Wait, ain't that bad? The eternal weeaboo. Sire, both Joseph and chat cannot resist the allure of polls. Play it up, pretend you're giving them a choice. This is it, the final battle. Pull it up, Jojo. Let the chat decide. Hope against despair. Pickle Kim against Basic Kim. And then check, success. With an extra one on this 7-sided dice. 11037. Huh. What could it mean? What could it mean? I don't think we need to do a poll. I like it. I think we can replace Kim with Pickle Kim. But that's fine. Well done, Weeby. Well done. It had four real in it too. For real, nice. All right, this is the last one I'm gonna put on screen, and then we're gonna move forward. I enjoyed the memes, but I think maybe we're losing too much stream time to them. But it's okay to continue like this for now with Disco Elysium. This is kind of what it's turned into. Literally nothing Ayaya fun. Joe needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Dragon head drawing. They're the same picture. Wow, the effort. The effort. Nice. Alright, apparently I'm a liar. Because Waffle Honk, the original creator of Waifu Joe, has returned with Waifu Joe 2.0. I'm not a furry, I swear. I swear. And nothing against the furries, nothing against the scalies. I swear. I swear. There you go. Ooh, transparent background too. There's Waifu Joe 2.0. This is your first stream, then I'm sorry, but hey, look on the bright side, it's also your last stream, so this is the only time you ever have to see this and be so confused. If this is not your first stream, but you are somewhat new, Waifu Joe is an old meme on the stream. I don't know where it came from. There was also Lolly Joe, which we banned, I think. Lolly Joe is illegal, because lollies are fucking weird. But yeah, there was Waifu Joe, and this is Waifu Joe 2.0, because this is my life now. Ah, thank you, Waffle Honk. Thank you for making us all uncomfortable. I swear I'm not a furry, from the author of I Swear I'm Not a Weeb. Alright, let's see if we can make something happen in the game. And I think we're trying to dance, right? And we couldn't do it.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
We need more composure.
Yes, what is it?
Okay, so
A better deal! Yeah! Medium car!
well, that was a crazy sound we heard before. Yeah, it was awesome and scary, very hardcore. His voice booms through the chamber, then gets silent. Too hardcore, in fact. He brushes his hand through his hair. I couldn't control it at all. What happened? It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. It starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme. What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam? We could use the sound for the bass. Oh, his puzzled face turns into a wicked grin. But how? What about the compressor, the one with the spiky What about the compressor, the one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing? The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. Oh man, we need interfacing. How is this interfacing? I've thought about the discarded melody and came to the conclusion that Van Eyck has lived around here. J'adore! He turns a knob on his mixer. God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here. Alright, so we need interfacing. We're due for a win, and that's how numbers work, right? That's how probability works. Alright, interfacing is... Do we have interfacing gloves? I think that's all the interfacing we have is those gloves, right? You think I would have learned this by now, but nope. Nope. Oh, we have composure on our boots. God damn it, that would have helped. Someone noticed that last stream and was actually really mad. Alright, let's quick save.
A better deal! Yeah!
20%. How can we lose? Apparently we lost. We lost. Bzz, 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 goes the track in the background, never ending. You can't grasp what's missing, but you can try to make something up anyway. Just make it up. No way the speech freak can tell the difference. Whereof one cannot speak, one ought to remain silent. Number 1. You scrape the moldy recesses of your brain for some technological sounding jargon. It'll impress the large-headed speed freak. Isn't that what real artists do? Make it up as they go along, exactly. You should crank up the oscillator matrix. Dude, you gotta reroute the sound juice through the fluxifier. I don't know the technical term, but it needs less bzz, bzz. Yeah. Yeah, pump off the bzz, bzz. Oh, that didn't work? It's hard to say for sure, but the digital throbbing seems ever so slightly louder than before. Okay. So can we dance now?
Oh, hey, man. It's
No. Okay, I think we're running out of skill points, aren't we? We only have 4 skill points.
Welcome back.
Finish the Van Eyck. Thought we already did. Reveals are no Van Eyck gig posters in the world. Should we go and try and find those? Remember, it was supposed to unlock our motive things, but it didn't. Running out? Yeah, we're running out. Like, we only have 4, and we're gonna fail these checks a bunch more times. Can we even level up interfacing? Nope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A better deal! Yeah!
Is it Reddit time?
Medium car!
Is this worth it? For the sake of the stream, I will be a Redditor. Yes, it is. God damn it. God damn it. I better get some upvotes for this.
A better deal! Yeah! Medium.
I apologize if you guys can hear Elmo.
Yeah! Medium car!
Damn. Damn, first try. Side-chan the beat. Side-chan? What does it even mean? Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux side chain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace. Okay, Egg, you need to start side chaining it. Explain the concept to him. Side chaining it, you said? He turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls. Then he puts on his headphones. I feel really dirty right now, and his hands go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. Alright. He starts jumping up and down with bliss and total silence, still listening to his headphones. Hey, a seal looks up from her microphone. What did you do to Egghead, cop man? Did you break him? I'm not sure. Just wait and see. Are you ready, posse? Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat. I was born ready, Egg. Give him a thumbs up. The audio assault is glorious and exactly the same as it was before. The Speed Freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air. Make Van Eyck's jam harder core. This is beauty, this is life. What in the world is going on? Asil looks on, amazed at the display. The way melody and bass flow together, it's unnatural. This one is for the anodic generation. We have tamed the sound, made it our own. God damn it, you hear Andre say to himself over a thumping beat, this dance club idea might just work out. DeLorean Church, the place to be. Egg's losing himself in the sound. Pump it, pump it. This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Irrevocably or irrevocably. I think both are correct, aren't they? Who will be the innocence of hardcore anodic music? Probably Egghead for sure. Probably. Alright, can we dance now?
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Alright, let's save it in case we die, but I think we have enough skill points that we don't need to Reddit this one up. To be clear, if we could level it up, I wouldn't have Reddited it. To be clear. To be fair.
Hey, man.
Alright, 58%. How can we lose? Fucking hell.
But just imagine the moves you could pull.
Is that failure number 4? Okay, here's why I feel justified in the reload actually, because the game glitched out and didn't give us this let this unlock. So really, the game owed us one. All right, those reloads were us like using all of these white check unlocks we were supposed to get that didn't happen. There you go.
Oh, hey man.
Actually
it's good
fair.
to see you.
Actually fair. Not a Redditor. No downvotes. Don't downvote me. Be a kind stranger. Are you...
But just imagine
hey man, it's good to see you.
Hooray! You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder. Where did that little fluttering light go? Total darkness. You sink down.
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep. Vertebrate by vertebrate. Through the unformed skulls of your mind. Here it will begin.
Where did the church go? Where did the music go? What was that about unformed skulls? Where did the church...
Who fucking cares?
Good, I'm scared. I hate waking life. I hate this world. I hate and fear everything. All I want to do is dance. Please, God, just let me dance.
God?
God?
Where is your God?
Where did the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, really, why can't I hear anything?
This is a pivotal moment. Try not to piss yourself.
Concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
This feels like the end. It comes to you like a blue whale. You sense it stir the tranquility of the deep, a single note of bass passing through. Then it's gone. Back to El Silencio. That sounded really cool.
This is where the beat plunged. It will resurface soon. Brace for glory.
What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn. To rule the world.
Oh my god, is that true? As it ought to be. Where is it? Who are you? Oh my god, is that true?
Yes, it's all true. In the spinal cord.
What do you want? What is happening? I'm ready. What do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Oh, fuck yeah, bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel all the way back in the pivotal darkness of your own torso is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics. Somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol, the wounds from the war you've waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. You must have touched upon an entirely new way of moving the human body. Every motion is pumping your brain full of endorphins. Open your eyes to the pioneering glory of hard style. Open your eyes and dance like you've never danced before. I hope Kim likes it. Oh, look at us go! Do you think that Kim would enable a Nah, no way. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear. Free from self-awareness, no deliberation only, and I mean only execution. Oh my god, the Speed Freak's would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief at the hardcoreness on display. He whispers to himself, no way, yes way, this is really happening, yes way. With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting, for real? The anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. Then blasts into the same hideous pattern, yelling, ah! He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill trucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm. Turn to a seal. What are you doing? Dance, pointed Andre. It's the law. Kim, get in here. Coughlin intended to join. Yeah, Kim. What's going on here? Lieutenant looks at you and the speed freaks grinding around in the church. A group of unhinged lunatics, delinquents, he grumbles. This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. Say to yourself, on second thought, maybe I don't need to involve Lieutenant in this pioneering dance-off. I said get in here and dance. Code 31, Code 31. Lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose, light reflects off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality. A Code 31 emergency? Really? Yes, officer. In need of assistance. On the dance floor. It's not really an emergency, Kim. I lied. I'm sorry, Kim. I thought it would be funny to call it the Code 31. I didn't even know it was a real code. Yes, officer. In need of assistance. Lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look. What's happening? The lieutenant is forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting on the speakers. I'm undercover. I'm not doing anything. The music made its mind up a long time ago. I'm just implementing. Help, Kim. I think I'm turning into some kind of a hyperstar. Hyperstar. I'm sorry. I know this looks crazy, but it feels too good to stop. Alright, so there's sorry cop, superstar cop, crazy cop. I'm not doing anything. Art cop, good for you. He looks around the church hall. Rock on then. Somehow you manage to hear him sigh. Hey, I called you to dance. We ain't going anywhere before we tear shit up. Hey, I called you to dance. What? 97. I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency? Not enough, Kim. Alright, 97. We can't lose. It's 97. It's 97. We can't lose. It's a red check. Who's the one in charge? You are. Lieutenant, I am only going to pull rank on you one time, and that time is now. Are you kidding me? I assure you, I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant. It's all a joke to you, isn't it? Chain of command, joke, future of dance, joke. Well, no more. Cut a rug, Lieutenant. Let's go with that one. What? Lieutenant leans closer, unable to make out your words over the pumping beats. Cut a what? I said cut a goddamn rug, Lieutenant. Boogie woogie. Sheesh, okay. He backs up with his hands raised in the air, observing the crisscross of your feet. Okay, you psychopath. He adjusts his spectacles and pops his collar as high as it will go. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork plus some. Is that Ubi folk dancing? Folk dancing? Nah, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore. Yeah, Lieutenant snorts. Whatever. You talk a big talk, Lieutenant. Let's see some moves. Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now check this shit out. Oh, Kim's in! What the fuck? Damn, look at him go! Lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on you. Down on all of you. It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either. Turn to a seal. What are you doing? This the best moment in the game? Dancing with Kim? The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly. She cuts in before you can repeat your question. A seal, aren't you going to dance? She turns to Suna, then back to you, then briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on. No, recording. Lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to at her own work. She's still at her mainframe pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music. Dance, pointed Andre. It's the law. That was easy. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. The authority of the law. Clearly unquestionable. Is clearly unquestionable. Is there any more I can do? I want to break the limit. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this? Together, where are you? Here we go again. Hardcore fills the air. The sound above my hair. The what now? Lieutenant suddenly stops. The sound above your what? Above my hair, man. Okay, this is too imbecilic. Excuse me. Oh no! Oh no! Another 97% check. Oh no, imagine if we failed right here, that would be awful. But there's no way we're gonna fail, it's 97. Surprisingly close! On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced. What is the strange feeling I keep having this cold even now? Holy, what are you talking about? I don't idiotically. I don't think I've ever seen idiotically written out like that. Sorry. What? I don't think I have. You guys shame me. You guys shame me. No, I don't think I've ever seen it written out like idiotically. I don't think I've ever seen it used that way. You guys fucking shame me so much for never seeing words in certain ways before. Like I'm supposed to know every single fucking word. You read that idiotically, Joe? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I am La Riva Chollery. I am the city. What do you mean you are the city? How are you talking to me? What do you mean you are the city? I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol. My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on the tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. How else would you? I'm not criticizing how it's written. I'm just saying I've never seen idiotically. I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen idiot, obviously, but I don't think I've seen it idiotically. I just haven't seen it. I've seen you with her, and I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill. How are you talking to me? The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space. But who am I? Why are you talking to me? You are an officer of the Citizens Militia, agency in Rebus? When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you. An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to. That was weird. Had a good rest there. I spoke to the city of Revachol. I don't know about good. I spoke to the city of Revachol. Fuck yeah. I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man. That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today. Get up. You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect. Man, now. The would-be leader stutters with excitement. Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people. End of human development, mission complete. Right, ecstatic. I wouldn't go that far. Yes, my mission here is complete. Right, ecstatic. Alright. You're obviously beat, muscles relaxed, and feet like noodles underneath. Goodbye, officer. Alright, that was pretty cool. We got to dance with Kim.
Yes?
The game gets a whole other point on the 5 out of 7 scale for recognizing that Kim is best boy.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Why are you so suspicious about everything? Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced. Why are you called Noid anyway? It's short for paranoid. May I ask why? What good is being suspicious? A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyze the situation, exercise caution. Caution is suspicion. What are you suspicious of? Oh, it'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and color. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives, wants to steal your life away. This is a good dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on. You should prod him on. What are the most suspicious things? I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm. Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around. Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex? Nope, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid, probably in grad. What? Tell me more about the left-right business. I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone, the end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back. Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology. What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat? It's our only shit, he shrugs. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves. What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Okay, number 1. Yes, having food is a means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless and worry. You dirty centrist. Does this mean you are mentally ill? Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenize people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element. Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now. What's with the clothes? Why does this guy have 5 times as much dialogue options than everyone else in here? He shrugs. They're hardcore. You look like a woman with those earrings. That's it? Okay. That's it? They're just clothes. Are they? They look outlandish. It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it. Alright, let's leave. Okay, Harbor Gates. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. I feel like we would have found that by now, but maybe there was an option somewhere. Maybe it's even with Noid. We did this already. I don't know why it's not crossed off. We went and did that already. Oh, because we haven't done the favor for her. That's why. Find out who the lady driver and where's her lord. Yeah, we need to do that. What is the race enigma? I don't think we're doing that. Special boards. I thought we did that. And he's pouring vodka in it. Find the murder weapon. Off for figurines to Dolores Day. We need to find another figurine. Insulidian. We need to report to Lena. Talk to Titus for Ruby. Somewhere in the reads. Alright. Class C is fake documents. Boardwalk and island. Oh shit, we didn't go the right way. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Fate remains of a poster where the date 46 and name is faintly legible. Arnvik. Could this be the boy Klassia told you about? Boy? Metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first it just looks like trash, but if you look closer, that over there, he points to a strange looking object, must be the boy Klassia told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look. Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies. Pick up the boy. You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied or to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut. Examine the plastic ball. Number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it closed, but only just barely. The brittle middle of the latch has cracked. Simple construction, very unsafe. Shake the boy. There's something in there, splashing around. Sniff the boy. It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. It smells a little salty. Open the boy. Shot glasses worth of seawater pours out, some algae and nothing else. Well, damn. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away. Lieutenant flashes a mirthless half smile. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. No documents. You think took them? I have no idea. Lieutenant taps his foot, frowning. Didn't the lawyer say she was going to walk up the coast? This is a minor quirk. We know it was in the boy anyway. He purses his lips. Or think we do. This is a small loose end either way. Not important, I hope. It must have been Klassia's enemies, which means she's in danger. Maybe Klassia took them herself. Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition? In my experience, cryptids are generally interested in travel documentation. He sighs. We should go. You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point. The miss? I mean, if that means Klassia, like, we can't, because she's ya done. I don't think she's coming back. Really? Where on the boardwalk was the shot fired from then? Or the potential one? Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Isn't this part of the boardwalk? Yeah, we did this already. where the body was? We looked there already, and nothing popped up there. Maybe I missed it. So is Kim one of the best sidekicks ever? Do you actually believe that? I'm not sure. I have to think about it and see about like other potential sidekicks and stuff. But he's definitely one of the most helpful. Like he's unreasonably, almost impossibly good. You know, like a good person. A good person doesn't always make a good sidekick. Will you make a review of this game? Probably not, no. There's always a chance, but probably not. Okay, it was one of the shots from the bunker. Did we already do this one? Check island for bullet traces. How do we get to the island? What island? Was the island up northeast from here? Maybe we talk to Joyce and we can use her boat? Or maybe we talk to that woman we hit on a bunch of times? Alright, let's go look at the boardwalk one more time. Okay, so there's nothing down here. How do we get up there? What? Ooh.
Hello again.
No. No. I don't understand what to do here, chat. Sorry. I'm confused. Do we talk to Kim here?
Yes?
No. Oh, I give up. Sorry. Okay, let's pick something else to do instead. Let's talk to the jolly Mesca guy. Hold on, can we use your boat to get to an island?
Aye, the sea's gonna come.
Nope. Phew. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. The rumble of the bass beat, your heart repeats it. Alright, now that this banger is back, let me say thank you to some people before I get like way too behind. In case you weren't here at the beginning, I'm not really feeling all that well today, so I'm gonna give some brief thank yous, and I hope that's acceptable. But yeah, I'm not really up to giving like a good meme performance today. Sorry. With that said, I still want to say thank you. Thank you, Cavi22, Mimi the Yume, Lurkamon for subbing while the stream was down, or at the end of last stream when I missed it. Thank you, Ilsar, for the 21-3 sub. Thank you very much. Thank you, N Hunter, for the 21-1-3 sub. 21 months with Joseph, the Crypto Weeb. Wow. Play River City Girls. It's great. Love ya. Maybe we will. I'm not sure, though, when. I don't think I'd like it, but it's short, right? So maybe it'll be short and sweet. Thank you, Joe is a weeaboo, for the 8-month 3 sub. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fritz Imperial, for the 4-month 3 sub. Love the streams, Joe. Thinking about this game, it makes a good case for monarchy, since after the revolution, everyone seems to be on drugs or a political extremist. I think this is just where communism leads the world, because communists ruled before this, right? Damn, centrist for life. Thank you, Lucis Streamer, for the 23-month resub. Good day, Dragon Dad. How's it going, Lucis Streamer? Hope you're well. Thank you for the resub. Indie Gamer Luke has resubscribed for 6 months. Oh wow, 6th month already. Yep. Thank you, Indie Gamer Luke. Time goes quickly. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Thank you, Mimi the Yumi, for the 2-month resub. Hi, Joe. Heart, right back at you, Mimi the Uni. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Thank you, Aura Hunt, for the 6-month resub with XXX Shh. I don't know what that emote is. If someone wants to repeat it in chat and I can see it, but I don't know what that is. Thank you, Aura Hunt. Thank you, Softlump, for the 14-month resub with Cool 14 months. Thank you. VRedV has resubscribed for 16 months with Wowee. Is that a Mr. Poopy Butthole reference? That's his name, right? From Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty because I'm a Redditor now because we saved scum today. Wowee. Thank you, Hugie Woogie, for the 6-month resub. Hey, Joe, still can't watch this because I want to play it myself first, but I can't wait to VOD boy me through this afterwards. Have a nice day. There's quite a bit of downtime and just fucking around in this playthrough, which isn't all that great, but I think if you're live, it's more enjoyable than not being a part of it. So I hope it's tolerable when you watch it back. If you get this far, let me know, Hugie Woogie, how it was looking from the outside. Thank you, Reese Polar, for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you, JW15K, for the new sub. Welcome to Prime Time. Thank you very much for the new sub, JW15K. I think that was right at the start of the stream, so sorry I didn't see it until now. Thank you, Dark Sleep, for the 20-month resub. I haven't seen the near stream, so I'm going to take this chance to ask, why does the 2B emote have a bucket? It's a mix of a scene from Nier Automata where you play as a little... Is that a spoiler? I mean, big fans of Nier Automata are gonna think anything is a spoiler. There's a scene in the game where you play a robot with a bucket on their head. So, you know, that's why. That's pretty much it. That's the whole answer. I said Spaceman used some business to say, wow, Joe, are you my Oni-chan? Because I want to star with you. Is that when Waifu Joe was on the screen? God damn it. What does Oni-chan even mean? Thank you, A Spooky Banana, for the new Silver Prime. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to the pickle jar, pickle pile, Pout Patrol. Bananas are welcome with pickles. Thank you, Kratos Sauron, for the 24-month resub. 2 years, oh no. Got a favorite Finn gaming memory. Well, welcome to the 2-year club, first of all. Thank you very much, Kratos Sauron. I'm not sure if they count as memories yet. It's just like he's recently gotten into gaming, and it's been really amazing seeing him get games, you know? Like, he'll try to play a platformer and he doesn't really know how to move, and then seeing him be able to now jump in the air as Yoshi, hover while throwing an egg and aiming it right, you know what I mean? Like different things like that. It's like the progression that he's going on. Like, yeah, he really gets quite a few games now. He's beaten Yoshi's Crafted World on easy mode. He could probably beat it on normal mode now though, because he's beaten Yoshi's Island on normal mode. That doesn't have an easy mode, but he can't beat the last boss. I think if he tried enough, he would be able to beat the last boss. But if you haven't played Yoshi's Island, the last boss is kind of weird. It's very different from the rest of the game, the way that you beat that boss. So I'm not surprised that he had trouble with it. But yeah, so I think he could beat Yoshi's Crafted World without easy mode now. He's beaten one of the Super Nintendo Kirby's, and I had to play that a little bit with him, and I didn't like it. That game was kind of shit. But he really liked it. He kept saying to me, you know, like, you beat this level for me, and I said, you know, Finn, when Daddy was a Finn, Daddy didn't play this game, so I don't know this game. And he would just look at me like I'm an idiot and go, it's Kirby, and I'd be like, okay, that doesn't help me. I don't know this game, but yeah. So I think he's playing some Mario Kart now. Yeah, it's been pretty amazing seeing him get into games. Idiot Callie. Some of you are still not over that. Look, do you know how frustrating it is to have to read so many words out loud, like and have, like, there's gonna be ones that you don't know, and there's gonna be mispronunciations, and there's always gonna be, with hundreds of people in chat, there's always gonna be a fair sample size of people that do know it and do know how it's pronounced, and then they get mad. So no matter what, it feels like there's always like this small group of people that's always angry at you with how you're speaking. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Oh man. Plus I'm like half dyslexic on top of it. Thank you, Davarion. Davarion. There we go. We're doing it again already. Thank you for the new sub. Welcome to Prime Time. Welcome to the Pickle Pile. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ingvar Fed, for the 24-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome to your club, Ingvar Fed. Thank you. Hope you're well. Thank you, Jungle Rabba, for the 28-month resub with a claw fist. Lily's not here, so she can't give you a claw fist, but I will give you, your honorary claw fist. If she comes up with a drink at some point, I'll try and remember. Thank you, Mahalo Goldstein. Mahalo Goldstein. I think it's Mahalo Goldstein. Mahalogolgstein. There you go. Nailed it. Thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Hope you're well. I said Spaceman used 100 bits to say, have you heard about Yick? Yick These Nuts? Apparently is an awful RPG with cringy dialogue and not in the good way like the anime games that you know and love. Yick. Yek, a postmodern RPG on Steam. Mixed with 100 reviews. Oh, this game looks weird. No, I've never heard of it. Isolated Spaceman? Are you bringing it up because you think it would be an entertaining stream, or did you just want to share the yick? Thank you, Alice6, for the 513 sub. Side Chan, we've got it, finally. We found a Chan. Thank you, Alice6. Valker has resubscribed for 6 months. Literally finished catching up on all disco streams. What timing? Welcome to watching live. You got out of VOD hell. But still, shout out to the VOD boys and girls. I'll take a sip of water in your honor. Hope you're enjoying the live experience, Valker. Speeding Turtle 24 has subscribed for the first time. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club. As we say, here's some low-key, low-energy cringe for you, Speeding Turtle. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sophie Murrow, also for a new sub, a tier 3 sub. Holy crap. We don't deserve tier 3 subs here. We don't even have a tier 3 emote. I don't know why you would do that, Sophie Murrow, but thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Thank you, Sophie Murrow. Hope you're enjoying the streams. In case anyone doesn't know, there's tier 1 sub, tier 2 sub, tier 3 sub. Tier 1 is $5, tier 2 is $10, and tier 3 is $25, I think. I think that's how it works. So, thank you very much, Sophie Murrow. Parker Starfish used 100 bits to say, did I miss the Q&A on Saturday or was it cancelled? Was going to make a Witcher joke, but you seem out really tired today, so take a freebie. Hope it gets better, man. Being sick sucks. I don't know if I am sick. I just don't feel well. Like, so I'm narcoleptic. I've said that a few times, and narcoleptics suffer from cataplexy, and cataplexy is an intense feeling of weakness. Usually it happens right as they're falling asleep, right as they're waking up, and sometimes when they experience a high amount of emotion. Usually it's laughter. So cataplexy can strike if you laugh so hard that you kind of just like lose like tension or muscle control in your legs usually, and you buckle. That thankfully doesn't happen to me. I can't really remember more than maybe 3 times in my entire life that I felt a strong amount of emotion and had a cataplexy attack. But sometimes in the morning, I have a lot of trouble like holding on to things. Like just I have no grip strength whatsoever in the morning. And that's kind of how like the day was to progress for most of it. It was like that cataplexy just never went away, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not cataplexy, maybe I'm just kind of sick a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. There was no Q&A on Saturday. We're not doing them for a little while because Kate is sleep training. So it's going quite well, actually. We could probably risk it this Saturday, but I'll talk to Lily about it and we'll see. But for now, it's still canceled. But yeah, it's going quite well. It was bad at first, but she's adjusted quite well to it now. But we're still not 100%. So sleep training with babies around 7 to 8 months, you want to start making them be able to go down on their own. You know, like you go in, you put them down in the crib, and that's what parents say. You know, she's down, he's down when they finally go to sleep, and then you just leave and yeah, and they self-soothe, and it can be difficult. Leo is much easier than Finn. Kate is probably harder than Leo, and Finn never did it. Finn never ever did it. Finn has the same sleeping problems that I do. So, but anyway, I'm talking about my kids. I should shut up. Sophie Murrow says in chat, "You deserve it, man." Well, thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you. Chucker has resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you very much, Chucker. Thank you. Top, I'll use some bits. Oh no. Top, I really don't think I'm up for it today. I'm sorry. Did you know since the weeb saw its shadow, that means 6 more mil off of Yaya? But that's not the only bits from Top Lolly. I don't think I'm up to it today, Top Lolly. But Mario won out for best platformer on that system eventually, just because of how much more fun it was to move Mario around. The GameCube had a stumble with Mario Sunshine, but I still got some good times out of it. I view it more negatively. Oh, it's like make Joe sound like he's having a stroke now than I did when I first played it as a teenager, but the next games more than made up for it. Galaxy 1 and 2 are two of my favorite games. I think Galaxy 2 is better, but I also appreciate how much Galaxy 1 was used as a foundation for that game. There you go. There you go. So Todd Lolly is trying to make me read out the Super Mario Odyssey script in ooh-ish. And if you don't know what that is, then I'm envious. Don't look it up. But it's basically stupid cute girl anime talk, I think. Where basically as many letters as you can possibly replace with W, you do it. Oh. Thank you, Ananoctium, for the 8-month resub. Hachikagetsu? Hachikagetsu. Alright. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to take it as disrespect. 8 months with the best weeb streamer around. Heart. Oh, okay, you turned it back around again. Thank you, Ananoctium. Thank you very much. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Lunar Flyby used 100 to say, when those numbers printed out, you were wondering if that's how many thought combinations there are, so I did the math. There's 267 billion combinations if you don't care which thought goes into which slot, and 128 quintillion if the slot matters. God damn. So, is that the same amount of numbers that they threw up on that part? No, you know what? Don't look, because then you're gonna have to count them. Don't do that to yourself in Lunar Flyby. I don't want to do that for you. It means 8 months. Oh, okay. Thank you, page 13. Page 13 for the new sub prime. Welcome to Part Time. Welcome to Pout Patrol. Have a pout on us. Thank you very much, page 13. Enjoy the pouts. Thank you, Sir Dunk the Lunk, for the new sub as well. Thank you very much. Sir Dunk the Lunk, thank you very much. Welcome to the Rubber Dub Sub Club. I say Spaceman used another 100 bits. I'm almost 20 hours in on Persona 5 and I've been loving it so far. The aesthetic is fantastic. I'm just hoping that I don't get bored before I finish it, so I'm not into long games. My team got the name Time Sinkers since it got your approval. Time Sinkers. Yeah, it's a really long game. It's a really long game. Yeah, buckle up for that. You get enough value for money out of Persona 5 for sure, but I would say that for most people, and I know this is going to be controversial, I really love Persona 5, I'm sorry, but I think for most people Persona 5 is going to be too long. I think there's too much dungeon crawling in it, I think, but I'm happy that it's that long for me, but I think for most people it's going to be too much. Thank you, Plumpy Plums, for the 3-month resub, thank you very much. Pouty Plumpy Plums. Toxel resubscribed for 13 months with OS Frog. What is with the frogs? Why do you guys love frogs so much? Do we need to have a frog emote on the stream? What is with the frogs? All over Discord. It's just frogs, frogs, frogs. OS Frog. Feels frog, man. Oh, thank you, Toxel. And the last few on my list are Bit of Bacon, or Bito Bacon, 21, for the 2 and 3 sub. Thank you very much, Bito Bacon. I miss British bacon. God damn it. Thank you, Jason Kim, for the 25 and 3 sub. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're well, Jason. Toxel has gifted out 5 subs to Schwalinator, Lurgan1337, wait, Vulpes Umbra, Le Blue Samurai, not to be confused with Le Blue Girl, and Teddle Todd. And 4 of those are new subs, so welcome. Welcome to the 4 of you, and congrats on the resub, Schwalinator. Thank you very much, Toxel. That's really nice of you. Close enough. Is it not? Is it Shalolinator? Sorry. Reese Polar used 200 bits to say it's fuck top lolly. Every time. That's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. Fuck top lolly. Is it 4, not 3? I thought it was 3. And the last time I listed our Dark Flash with some bits. Going to have enough for a dab soon. Are you feeling well enough for it or too tired? I also need you to discount it 4 more coins because you misunderstood me last time where I needed 7 coin discount, not 3, as I will have 29,993 and not 29,997. So might simply do it tomorrow too anyway. Alright, I'll see what I can do. We'll see how I feel when Lily gets up here. Lunar Flyby has used 50 bits to say the thought combinations of 21 and 12 numbers respectively, so way less than the number I printed out. Oh, okay, alright, cool. I don't even pretend to understand, like, even mid-tier concept math now. I was gonna say I don't understand high concept math, but I don't even understand mid-concept math anymore. I used to be really good at math. I think if I dive back into it, I could catch up a bit, but, you know, I think the mathologist era of my life is over. And last but not least is Reese Polar with another 100 bits to clarify it is 3. It is 3. 3 fuck top lollies. There we go. Ooh speak is by furries, not weebs, and no furries and weebs are not one and the same. I don't know. That sounds like bullshit to me. I think it's this guy's the Mesca, right? The Jolly Mesca guy? Mesky? What's that? Odd that you didn't catch this graffito earlier. Van Eyck Overdrive, it says.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
As a mathologist, math just becomes forgetting the simple stuff and making increasingly general statements that should be obvious but totally aren't. The Weasel I visited, turns out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection. Yeah, he nods, rubbing his chin. The janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. Yeah, it would be really bad if we got into an argument about it. Waste of a good noon or afternoon or night. He looks around, oblivious suddenly. Anyway, thanks for helping out, friend. How's it going, Lily?
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
They're fine. I hope Jana just threw up, but other than that.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else is good.
Is she alright?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I started getting your drink, and then I was like, looked at the time, right? And then I remembered you started a bit late, so it's like.
Do you have a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you need to say Clawfist.
Right now?
For Jungle Rabba, yeah. Clawfist.
Clawfist.
Clawfist. And is Lunar Flyby here? Lunar Flyby. Lunar Flyby going once. Lunar Flyby going twice. Lunar Flyby. There we go. So, Lunar Flyby's waifu is Parvati Holcomb. Is it Parvati or is it pronounced a different way?
I could not tell you.
Okay, so Lily is going to say this one. So you need to say. So you replace. It's Parvati Holcomb is the waifu, and Lunar Flyby is the recipient. Okay, so you read this one out. Okay.
It's Lunar Flyby.
Is
I can see it there. Okay.
Is the recipient, and Parvati Holcomb.
Your waifu is. I have to say the name, right?
Yeah, to say the name. Yeah.
Parvati Holcomb is best girl and is the waifu of a Lunar Flyby.
There you go. There you go. Confirmed by Lily. Congratulations, Lunar Flyby. Congratulations. And now we have Dakju Klokanov and Mitchmaster 19941. 3 dad joke books. Pages.
3?
Yeah, making you work.
Did you do today at school? Oh, I did that one last. Didn't
Yeah,
I? That was my last one.
While I drink my Sprite Zero.
Did you hear about the printers that learned to play musical instruments? Their band started to paper jam. What do you get if you have strep throat on Friday? Saturday Night Fever.
Wow.
I was wondering why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me.
Nice. That's a classic.
What do you call the fear of being trapped in a chimney? Claustrophobia. Like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The way it's spelled, in case you didn't get that.
That one's pretty good.
I hung up a copy of the U.S. Constitution on my wall. I call it the Declaration of Independence. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tuba glue. Did you hear about the man who misspelled the name on a headstone? He made a grave mistake.
Wow.
Dad, your jokes are so bad it's like punishment. You mean punishment? This is for Leo. What are prehistoric creatures called when they sleep? Dino snores.
Oh, okay. Leo loves dinosaurs.
What did the mother ghost say to the baby ghost? Spook when you're spoken to. How do you communicate with the Loch Ness Monster? Drop her a line.
Nice.
I'll do one more because those were 2 half pages. They weren't really full pages.
Okay.
What is a ghost-proof bicycle? One with no spooks in it.
Wow.
Did you hear about the monster with 5 legs? His trousers fit him like a glove. What followed the dinosaur? Its tail. When do ghosts play tricks on each other? On April Fool's Day. And finally, this one's for Finn. What do sea monsters eat for dinner? Fish and chips.
Nice. Nice. We lost 50 viewers during that. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Lilybell.
You're welcome. Have fun, you guys.
Kuno told me you were supposed to know about the armor. He smiles. The little boya did good on his promise. His promise? To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words, not mine. What happened? I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe. Track it down, see who took it. Did you? At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. But buy us a few more days under the sun, So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. He smiles. One bad move is all it takes. So Kuno used us? Used us to what? Scare you? It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. He contemplates taking a swig from his flask. He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then. The probe into the armor. What did you learn? I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor. What else? Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. What sort of technical stuff? I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library, he explains with a wry smile. I didn't get into the material of science, just how it comes off. How does it come off? In parts, 4 total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were stolen. The guy last I saw, too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Well, we have the cuirass. We don't have the gauntlets, right? And the boots we're never going to get because the body's been taken away. 4 pieces of armor up for grabs then, but I already sent the boots away. Yeah. The jolly man shrugs. I guess we'd be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings? Oh, they're just they're just gone. They don't exist anymore. If they ever did at all. He gives you a jolly shrug. Forget about them. I did. Actually, I may have better things to do. I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior officers can take care of the rest. Nice. The mustache man nods in approval. From what I learned, it was very heavy, boring set of armor. Eh? Thank you for the cooperation, sir. No problem. He finally takes a swig from the flask. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Manana. Thank him for showing me the way. He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right now. Alright. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can solve this traffic jam thing. I feel like I'm gonna be hearing this sound in my sleep for the rest of my life. Snap your fingers in front of her face. Okay, nope, not her. We've exhausted all dialogue with her, I believe.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's
Oh,
up?
we need to put a spec into conceptualization for that. I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? She shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, and looks away. I don't want to talk about that. Why? Do you know something? What is it? I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved in the drug business. Okay, let's change the subject then. Why? Do you know something? What is it? Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be here. I was hoping it isn't going to be her. He bites his lip. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker, and I don't know where she is. I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her, that she wouldn't be mixed up in it. He still is hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery. It's true. We would have caught a lie, but a kind heart is tricky. Bah, emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret from me too. Now I see why. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff, but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet, dyed, he answers reluctantly. It was violet when she got here, blue before she went. Then she may have dyed it again. When did she leave? Damn, I don't wanna. He looks you straight in the eye. Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. He shakes his head. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. Believe us, it really is. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. You said she's troubled. How? She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over and you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you? Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. Come on, man, life is just a joke. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her, more like for her. Did this violent life include drug trafficking? Well, he sighs. It looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know. She talked about her mind. Hold on. Her mind? The way it worked, the trouble it was giving her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. Wait, this guy says they're friends and acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out? Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect to be pals. So you're alright with others ratting her out, you just don't want to get your hands dirty. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. She's a suspect and I need you to tell me where she is or I can't finish the investigation. Force. Fine, I will drop it for now. Number 1. Fine, I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. Put yourself in my shoes. You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man. Force. I thought you were a different kind of cop. Something breaks in him as he stares into your eyes. The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends. Remember, you're doing it for the bigger investigation. This is important. Relax. Ask. Where is the lady driver? Here. He takes a keyring from his pocket, then looks at it before giving it to you in silence. The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex. Looks like a chain lock. Then he gives them to you. Her lorry is still there, down past the statue of Philip. He waves toward the monument. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these, that's all I know. When did she leave? Last Friday. He blinks, his eyes half empty now. Anything else, like where she is now? No, I don't know. Why did you have the keys? She left them to me because she trusted me, so I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise, he doesn't finish the sentence. The other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving. He nods. If they break in, they would find what's hidden inside, something incriminating. I'm sorry I had to do this. I bet you are. And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be, a good person. His last line, his revenge on the world. One more thing about something else. Nah, I need to think my own thoughts now. Pray forgiveness for my sins. Go check your cabin. He adds quietly. I hope it gets you something. Help someone. Oh, now we can't do the arch. Oh, no, we can still do it.
It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Alright, let's ask him for some money. -6 forced him. Alright, can we add conceptualization to do this?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
40. Wow, -6 really matters. Holy crap, we should have done this beforehand. Alright, well, let's just see if we get it. Nope. The green Fallen AZ Contemporane is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. Lennon95 used 100% to say any plan to return on Slay the Spire. They add a 4th character. I play Slay the Spire once in a while, every couple days maybe. I find it's good to like a good game to like just slip into when I need to like unwind a little bit, you know? Just jump in and do a run. I've done a couple with the new character already. I like it. It's probably my favorite character of the 4 now. At first it was too difficult for me. Didn't have the IQ to play it, but I warmed up to the character. It's pretty good. This is the one our man pointed to. The lieutenant peeks inside to try to peek in the window. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them. Try the door handle. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. Unlock the door with the key. Push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just open it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Admire the posters. There are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached above the back seat. I don't know that word. Sorry, chat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of ambre wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Stop and wonder, what's that smell? The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably granite. Number 8. Nah, it's lilac and gooseberries. Study the centerfold. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, this actress really does look a lot like Glacia. She may have been right about this ruby after all. This is Tip Tion, a starlet from Dawn of Cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic untimely death. What happened to her? She wasted away in a drug den called The Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera too. Enough of the posters. The actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox is under the driver's seat. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent and requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Kim leads closer to the radio and hums. Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. It must be over 100 at least. It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. He flicks a switch on the radio. This is all shortwave, UW, and UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool, the nerve center of a huge operation, with quite the range too. A 20-kilometer radius at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now. Is there anything else we can do with the radio? Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key. What else is here? The ghostly actress and the rusty toolbox. Okay. Check the pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the fuel tools lying around here. A hammer. A pair of pliers, a rusty wrench have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. Sandpaper, Lieutenant repeats, a novel technique. The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Yes, he likes where this is going. Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. Wait, Ruby? And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. First the drug smuggling, now this. How deep does this rabbit hole go? Women, shake your head. Always up to something. Looks like her, yes. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. This looks like proof the missing eighth person at the lynching was Ruby. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could be also involved in drug operation? Those jerks, definitely. I think the entire union is involved. Maybe even entire Martinez look around suspiciously. Yeah, let's go with that. We should talk with Titus, see what he's got to say on the matter. He writes something down in his little notebook. Are we finished with the lorry? The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air. Peel off the cover of the passenger seat. Damn, I didn't think this was going to link back to the to Ruby. That's a cool detail. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. Its Revachol, some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen. Bon appris, Lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold open the topmost map. The large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the massive brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield. Where does the road lead? To Coron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. Fold open the second map. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a subdistrict called the Pox, Old Military Hospital, right adjacent to the 41st Precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own. What is that sound? The rattle of the motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels lit by gas lights. That's very romantic. Look at the third map. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 8x81. A few routes have been marked with a pen where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to the East Motor Tract. The smugglers have infiltrated the motor tract. So it would seem. The lieutenant examines the maps with a furrowed brow. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Where does the contraband end up? Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it. Besmerti? That sounds vaguely familiar. Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names, he adds with contempt, like La Puta Madri and Ahura Mazda. It's a dark parody. damn, like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Who do you think is behind this? It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madry remains the most likely suspect. He's bad news. Kim removes his glasses and polishes them with a handkerchief. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madry's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Oh, thanks, Felician. Return the second papers under the seat. Lieutenant nods. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later. The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. I'm surprised you even have forensics. The movie stars look silently by and pull, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle worn from years of use. Years of use. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. That is hard to say. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. Unfold the newspaper. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. Pick up the note. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system. Lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but his thought trails off. Push in the pull-out toolbox. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. That's a mistake. The rest is another mistake. The rest is as it was. Posters or radio, dust on the windows. I gotta say, like, the mistakes, like, I'm pointing them out, but they don't really bother me. Like, there's so much text, it's like, it's whatever. Like, I can live with it. I don't think there's ever been a mistake that's made something confusing and unclear. Like, they should be fixed, obviously, but it doesn't really bother me. Close the door. You close the rusty old lorry door. Great, I think we got everything. A word detective, he steps away from the lorry before we return to Joyce. Thank you, CK Tofu, for gifting out 5 subs. To Ara Feo? That's a good start. Thank you also to Sergey13, Godslayer H, M. Hevius, and Shiny No Acier. I think only one of those was a new sub. Damn. What are the odds of that? Thank you, CK Tofu. Thank you very much. You've gifted a lot of subs out over the past several months, I think. Thank you so much. These sound effects will be definitely how loud they are. Are they? Let me see if I can turn the sound effects down a little bit. Nope. All right.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found, they revealed the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for. The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find. Classia might have been right about Ruby. She looks awfully lot like one of... Okay, that's a little confusing. I think that's a mistake. An awfully lot like? Yeah. Perhaps you're right. He stops to think. This is one connection I find a little dubious, to be honest. I prefer not to profile people's emotions. Perhaps it's because I'm not very good at it, but still, aww. Actually, it's not bad at all. Yeah, Kim, you know how we feel about you. He just doesn't like flimsy connections, especially of this kind. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition, and we'll deal with it in the sequel. Disco or Elysium are... To disco for Elysium. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation sometime later when we're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. He stops to think. What are you thinking? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean, especially if the Marjorie grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? He nods. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Okay, debrief over. Debrief over, he nods. After you. What copotype do you think Kim is? Superstar cop, clearly. Let's go talk to Kuno after the armor thing. Below the grind with dark neon poster reads Van Eyck totally transcendent. We did this already, right? This was visual calculus? Yeah, just wanted to make sure. This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it in the sea. No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, he gestures toward the gaping hole in the fence. You did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene. Nice. All part of the plan. So our odd soul wasn't in the back of the whirling. I don't know. He inspects the odd soul more closely. They're about the same size, not the same boot, no, but they could be the same person. It still doesn't rule out Ruby. People change shoes after all, but this isn't an argument for her guilt either. No horizontal boot prints. Whoever walked in the Whirling's pinball workshop didn't walk here. No, these prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust look custom, or maybe they're just a foreign design. It's a boot print, whatever the case.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I talked to Manana about the armor. So, he raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. He said to thank you. He wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway. He said you're now the king of the entire Jamrock? Yeah, so he doesn't understand. Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word. Kuno sent your fat ass running around like Jello. Look, pig, he's suddenly all business. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. Good idea. I will remember this, Kuno. You got fucked, he repeats. You got fucked, pig. Fuck bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face. Yeah, real interesting. And I'm getting the impression that Kuno doesn't care. Or does he? That's true. Maybe he does care. Maybe he does care. Thank you, Yods Tortellini, for the new sub. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club. Welcome to the Yeet Fleet. We haven't said that in a while. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying the game. Oh yeah, we can't move around here without the flashlight because the game sucks. I think I found the actual source of the curse. You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach? Yes, well, about that. It's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would be. I'm listening. She leans back in her chair. arms crossed across her chest. Just say it. There's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal, and I think it may be related to the Pale. Excuse me? She sits up visibly agitated. A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true. I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Suna Lucanen Kilda, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery. Suna's involved in this. She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated. So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world. She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard. What? No, I wouldn't go as far as to say that the entire world is doomed. Don't worry about it. You've been doing fine so far. I'm sure it's nothing. Just Martinez? She gives you a rueful smile and takes a look around. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully. Nice. That was worth 10 XP. Almost as much as one conceptualization check. Wait. Physical instrument. It's time. It's time. We get another chance. Physical instrument. I think we want the tank top on instead. All right, physical instrument. We can never level this up, right? Here we go. Here we go. We're saving it. We're not save scumming this one though. 3%. 3%. If I win this, I get to add 1,000,000 coins onto a yaya. Oh. Nope. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through the back door. Fuck you, you stupid barbell. Weightlifting was never my favorite either. Lieutenant is obviously handling you. At the station gym, I prefer running. It clears your head. Lieutenant steps away from the barbell, letting you recover in peace. Do you work in that chair, Joe? I would lose my fucking mind. Yeah, I don't. I want a new chair. Yeah. Sorry about the squeaks. It says you are streaming in 1440p 60 frames per second. Oh yeah. I had to record something with OBS. How I had to up it. I didn't change it back. How has it been? Has it been smooth today? Like, this game isn't very demanding, so I guess it's fine.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
This Dick Mullen book fell apart before I got to the end. Do you have another copy? I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I'd be happy to sell you another one, but unfortunately it's the last copy we had in stock. Alright, give me my money back then. Where's my money? Give me my money back. Placence, I have something to tell you. I've found the actual source of the doom. What do you mean the actual source? She clutches her pendant anxiously. I thought this issue was resolved. My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm entropinetic hole in reality. That's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez. A what? A tiny hole in reality. It may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez. Ma'am, what he's telling is true. What he's telling is true. Telling you is true. We found an entropinetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good. But that's not any of my ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that? Tell her the truth. It's out of her hands. You can't protect it, not against Pale. Close up the shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible. You can protect it with hope. With hope. By refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this thing. You're right, officer. I mustn't lose faith, especially now that Annette is finally settling in at school and making friends. She looks at her daughter, quietly studying in the corner of the shop. No, we can't just leave. Besides, don't I have some Ceolite hope catchers around here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be alright if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime. Give up, you'll never find the answer. There's no other copy of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. But why? Because that's how the world works. Some stories never get finished. You shouldn't expect there to be a tidy, satisfying ending. But, what if you never find out how your story ends? There's got to be a way to solve this. There isn't. If only you had more time, more resources, who knows what you could have come up with. Maybe if there had been more money and less speed. Or more speed. Or that, yes, either way, you might have been able to come up with an answer, but not like this. Hang on, you can do this. Use your imagination. You know who the suspects are, just make it up. So who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Dunove? Detective, just fucking pick one. It was Love, did the men. The dirty police captain. The junkie art collector. The politician's twat son. Fuck you, book. It was Dick Mullen. It was Love, did the men. Sure, yes, they died of an overabundance of love, just loved each other to death, couldn't get enough love, and now they're dead. Why not? Love gets a lot of people killed. Speaking of, aren't you a little close to the edge yourself, lover cop? Better lay off that love stuff if you can. Oh man, we're lover cop. Okay, I'm a lover cop now. I turned myself into a lover cop. A message has been carved on the wall. Trans Nation, Ike Nation. Ashes of the wood barely visible. Remember the rest is lost time. Oh, now we're never gonna remember. What's our perception at? Is that including clothes? I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. What if we could see the helmet through these things? Poor little viewer, pat it. Could the shot have come from there, then entered the window upstairs of Whirling in Rags? Can you tell from this distance? I don't think it's possible. It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way, and waves cut into the eyelet. Close to being done. I think as long as there's not one more, like another big area to go through, I think we can be done this week. An old poster hidden below the new ones. Arno van Eyck, 49. The Elysium. Sounds like an obscure live performance in a dirty underground bunker.
Hello again, officers.
Hey, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lawyer man around about the roundabout. Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Wait, where exactly are these eyes located? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely, that would give them a read on the entire quarter. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours. Let the lieutenant handle it. If there is an investigation, it will be a part of an ongoing operation subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand. Of course, detective, she says, her tone more cautious suddenly. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. What was that about? A bloodbath? I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony. What was that about a bloodbath? Yes, I'm afraid the strike may descend into a small-scale civil war with possible consequences for all of Revachol West. Since you're sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario. Then we're on the same page, as grim as it might be. Number 2... I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse in faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor. As an insurance measure, they called it my security detail. A momentary lapse of faith. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker? A member of the board, she nods. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. They did not appreciate the humor. Do you need a security detail? Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Who are they exactly? Krenel, an Orangenese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. So what happened? The story is one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman. While he was drunk and separated from his unit, this allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him. He was taken up behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. What then? Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Krenel contractors carry out their orders for now. For now? It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. Oh, what if we're one of them and we just don't remember? What is the nature of this so-called investigation? Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. Investigation upon investigation here in the Martinez is racing towards some dark deadline. You've made a mess here, I have to say. This is not disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources and intelligence. Too many investigations in Martinez. Boy, oh boy, is that not good. I have to say, this is not disco. It is very far from disco. A wave crashes against the side of her boat. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, she grabs hold of the mainsail. If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond. They would have to project strength and power. The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,001. Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? She leans back. It's not pretty. The Ceres giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. She's silent for a moment, then concludes. As I said, a bloodbath. See, Kim? This is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about. Apocalypse Cop? I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. It doesn't have to be like this. She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. Lieutenant W. Frieder de Boy. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, a good one, and I may be able to defuse the situation. What can you tell me about Krenel? Not much. Their public resume is relatively good. As far as private military contractors go, I believe they were once called Downwell. Oh, good game. They boast a long list of clients: St. Baptiste, Welkman, Lawrence, Endracht. A warning sign, however, the operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries, guarding facilities, escort missions, and such. Finn and I played Downwell a long time ago, and it was one of the first games he ever played, and he would be scared of the jellyfish, and he would shout, "Daddy, jellyfish, jellyfish, jellyfish!" That was pretty hard, meaning they're used to operating in war zones. Yes, all the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yezid, the Seminoles Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sounds like maybe the colonel went a different went a little native during the course of his duties. I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective. It's the expression she objects to. What, going native? Yes. She's picked a strange hill to die on. Strike. Sounds like you object to the words going native more than him raping and killing people here. She's silent. What's the purpose of this, detective? This is where you draw the line, going native, not at hiring a paramilitary death squad. Paramilitary death squad is a bit rich, she remains calm, but yes, were it up to me, I would have at least vetted them more thoroughly. Okay, anything else you got on them? Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources, she thinks. If you still have access to the Insane Clown Posse's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though, she thinks. Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the Insane Clown Posse, ma'am? In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Krenel. Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can. You said the deceased assaulted a woman. Or he didn't, she tilts her head. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. Who did the passing on then? The remaining contractors, their tribunal. It's what they believe. What did these teenagers by the canal say? That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez. This does not come as news to you, but still, he exchanges a glance with you. To your knowledge, where did this assault took place? If you know. Last Sunday night at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gate. Supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control. Don't mention it. Who was this woman? That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. Okay. This colonel, the one who was hanged, do you know him? If you mean, did I see him alive? Yes, but I did not know him. His name was Lely. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. So we were probably supposed to do this much earlier, I guess. Tell me about the others first. One is a man, Cordy they call him, a nickname as well. The other is a woman, Phyllis DePauli. Cordy is the gunner, I believe. DePauli is a radio operator. Lieutenant cuts in. What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's? She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, and shakes her head. I can't remember. There's a pang of regret to her voice. Lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed. That's right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age? He was 40 or 50, it's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body, and Classia also mentioned it, I believe. Oh, no, you brought her up in front. No, we're supposed to... No, Kim, no, he says to you, then turns back to Joyce. What else? Nationality? Maybe he whispered it to us. He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair and mixed accent, Orionese, or Messininian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through the injury. She nods. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. Where are the remaining two mercs now? They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. Vigilantes? You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol. Vigilantes? The RCM gets its authority from the coalition. Where does theirs come from? Somehow I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down. We still need to know where they are. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved. Where are these mercenaries? Nice. All right, so if we fail, we have to take $1 million off. Yeah. And it's not like we failed 297% checks before now, right? little too close. One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates, the one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader. That may be so. She is poised and unperturbed. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest. For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gates is a powder keg. This does not bother you. Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant, but my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union? Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace. One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout. That would afford a good vantage point, she says. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. Where's your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece? Heavens no, I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel. She nods toward the sloop's cabin. Had another question for you. How much time do we have until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience. They don't report their progress to you. Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. It's a matter of days, not weeks. That's enough for now. I'm sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there's anything else I can help you with, please ask. Now can you help me with these tattoos? Of course, excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand for about half a minute in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured like those of a working woman. It is taken with a trinket not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands. No more markings on his hands or legs. Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo surface. What do you think? Sorry, she breaks her concentration. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars, she points to one on the photo paper. I can't, but that's how you read the story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent, like blooms in a pattern. Close, she nods. Port cities. This is an Orionese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. What is the use of this map? The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. What travels did the dead man make? Quite a few. Verdefort, the Ornese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. She points to it on the photo. He started somewhere near here, I think. What next? Then he made his way to the Preto Grande through what I think must be Stad's Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean. First the Seminoles Islands, then this. She points to his heart. Revachol, she says. Those are the two constants, Verdefort on the shoulder and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of the Insulindi at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age. The old world passing by the new world already here. You said you can't read it. I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Platomeos Mayonnaise Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol case vacation injured. And Martinet is looking into Krenel. He writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren, distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter. This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident, mercenary tattoos. For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas. Who could tell me more? His platoon members, the other contractors, so I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. I need the information. Mark it down. Ask Mercs about tattoos. Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wait until the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you. We will be careful, ma'am. That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help. Okay. I wonder why they didn't cut him down.
You think like his friends, you know, in the area, having to see him all that time, would have found a way to cut him down.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Take out the picture. Don't think so, he grunts, barely glancing at it. Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. Give him the photo. It was your colonel. Give him the photo. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Give him the photo. Yes, of course, forget about it. Let's discuss something else. It was on your colonel. Give him the photo. Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Gray eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh and colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair. After a while, he cranes his head side to side and sighs. Fucking loincloths really did him in. Loincloths? Yeah, can you tell me what the tattoo means? What it means, he points to one tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach, in what must have been Semenine. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. He squints at it. It's so small. You want to hear what happened here? Yes. Our colonel is deep in the bush here, deep in the fucking bush in Bainatail? 41, monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. Bainatail is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale, covered in jungle. It was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory. He spent a month behind enemy lines scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers. He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly. With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off. Don't interrupt him. Actually, no. Take the photo back. You knew him, right? Don't interrupt him. Hear it. Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, his voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper. At dawn, he comes upon two kips breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless. But the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. Say nothing. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason, the kind of guy who'd make chief there. He nods toward the man on the gates, shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, he suddenly bursts out laughing. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. What the fuck? Suddenly the laughter stops, drowned in a creak a week later. Spirits my ass. There's a word on the tip of your tongue, colorless, odorless. It's evil. You bet it was. What is evil? It's just nature. This guy, he points at the picture, used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place. You were there? No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer. You're not really a scab leader, are you? Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off, but he shrugs. He's under orders, and orders are orders. You can have that. Conclude. Nah, you've earned it. He turns toward the gate slowly and yells, all right now. Free commerce. Keep the goods flowing. On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin. Alright, so let's save it just in case this kills us. Free flow of commerce, the man yells. Okay, so he's not taking it. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Fucking bug. He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open. You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio cracking somewhere. An earpiece? I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready. How about you fuck off now, huh? Okay, of course, the lieutenant says, his voice is soothing calm. He looks at you. There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above in the buildings. The other merc, don't push this. He's thinking, this is not the time. Alright. Cool. Okay, so what else do we have to do? We can go and talk to Titus. Special Bourse while we're inside. Murder weapon. Wow, we knocked out quite a bit today. And we might want to go and talk to Everett about our gun, because I don't see another way of getting that right now. Map wall, sleeping dock worker. Sleeping dock worker? I remember that one. Bar door, we can't get that down. Barbell, mirror. Renee is dead.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you, hopefully. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Moral? Thank you for doing that, dear. She manages to smile for you. Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her. Is Moral dead? Moral still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. Only the hardcore players left, huh? It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. He gives up and I'm running around? Only the hardcore players left, huh? Yes, she smiles a cautious smile. Field work is a young person's game, as they say. Her voice is shaky. What is going on here? So, who's going to check the traps? Mora will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. Lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything. Something tells me it's up to me again. We'll take care of it. Take it on. Once more into the breach, then. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different how? The half moons of her glasses reflect you. She looks up at you. Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style. You're on the back foot. You've given up on the phasmid. You're not telling me the whole story. You're on the back foot. I'm in doubt, sweetie, that's all. Everyone is, now and then. You're in doubt about what? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. And when a police officer asks, you must answer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that, a story or a dream? Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is, like a sad young girl. Seeing the Insulidian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. But Moral told me you'd seen it. You also told me. Moral's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. A terrible sting in heart. Regret. Are you saying you made it up? You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something? No, sweetie, she shakes her head. There's more to it than that. Moral was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists, that for that and for years his belief made me believe too. But now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was. The lieutenant opens his notebook but doesn't write anything. He's hiding these things. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit. First, tell her her marriage hasn't been a lie. Oh no, it's a red check. What could go wrong? Oh no! But it has, hasn't it? Oh no! Hasn't it? A seed can only bear what's inside it. The seed of love is black and oily. It has a taste you're quite familiar with. Take it from me, love is a lie. The sooner you accept it, the better. You might be right, detective. She looks down at her legs. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I came in on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologist, if I didn't tell him that story. She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Now I understand why you haven't told him about your doubts. Wow, love is hard. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Maybe, but then why do I not dare tell him? She sighs. I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it, lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulidian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life. Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. Number 2. I'm not sure of anything. She looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it, you know, the real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morrill is running a fever. I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? You do that. I'll check the traps one more time. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This whole thing is gas-powered. She taps her chair. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad. You do that. I'll check the traps one more time. Really? Oh, sweetie, she looks at you worried. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morrill. No one can stop you from finding the phasmid. We're going to find this phasmid. Can I have your address just in case there's news? Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but aside, she doesn't think you'll need it. Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. The rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. Likewise, sweetie. She flicks the switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whirling in rags. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be the sentence remains unfinished. A waste of time, a dream, a lie. A fool's hope, say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas... Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing. We should go too. That was loud. Hey, what about the borscht? By the way, we speak Revacholian in Revachol. Get your Revacholian nationhood on. The borscht. Nod. The man looks at you, then at the soup. His face lightens up. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. Borscht need more vodka. Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and good spirits. You know, it's a clever move by the Union. Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg. No vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. Okay, we did it. We did it. I thought we did it already.
Just dragged her away, huh? Stone cold. Didn't think you had it in you.
I didn't have what in me to arrest her? Yeah, you ruthless son of a bitch. He nods approvingly. I certainly didn't have it in me. I always let the pretty ones go. I'm soft like that. Yeah, like when we let old Clancy's widow walk. Or Denise the diner girl, the milk rack on that one, he says, almost elegaically. Can't say I wasn't sad to see her go. Our Classia there, her face when your friend walked her out. God damn, he shakes his head. Hold up, her face, what did it look like? What? 1/3 of humanity will be called, and you're worried about a single lamb. Oh, maybe we should have went apocalyptic cop. God damn. Fuck with the sun boy, point to yourself, get burnt. That was the normal thing to do. She was a flight risk. I'm a cop. Oh my god, she had a sad face. I'm so sorry I made her sad. Hold up, her face would look like she was walking to the gallows. He avoided looking her straight in the eye. You would have too. That was the normal thing to do. She was a flight risk. I'm a cop. Yes, normal. He seems to be thinking. Nothing to do about it now, I guess. I just hope she can game her way through the system and come out the other way. Don't think I forgot how I specifically let you know how I felt about her arrest either, he says, shaking his head. Now what do you want? Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Okay, I talked to Classia. Now I need to talk to Ruby. Why? He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. She's a suspect in another case I'm investigating, a drug smuggling. Let's go with number 6. Sounds like you want to push the steaming pile of shit on anyone, and now you've picked Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not going to throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit. And fuck you too, moral fog. He throws a glance at Titus at the last syllable. As the last syllable leaves his lips, the big guy sighs. Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys. That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory, not even a game theory. He crosses his arms. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you can fuck off now? I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking. Logic, impossible. Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. Guess what? I've connected... Okay, 97. 97! How could we possibly fail? A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its eerie blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion all channel into a single thought. Why are so sure Ruby didn't off him? Because she was here all night with us. He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101. She was here all night. Lieutenant ignores the tattooed man. 11:30 to 12:25. She was here during all that time? Yeah, with us drinking near the stage there. He points to the karaoke stage. She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke. She didn't go to the toilet. No, that's a lie. You know that's not the case. In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time. Alright, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment, maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. He points to the intersection. She's a busy girl, always has been. You know this already, it all fits together. Ruby, the missing Hardy, was present at the hanging and running the drug trade. Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. He taps on his temple. I've been through this. It's not plausible. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. That was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch up back on the outer wall of the whirling? Secret route. How? He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop. People say there was a pinball arcade here sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo? East Delta Pinball Arcade, the old man coughs. Weird place, went bankrupt. Okay, but the man looks around. How'd she get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building, or an elevator for that matter. The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Good one, Kim. From there... Good one, Kim. Thank you. The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, and come down all in under 7 minutes. All under 7 minutes. That's quite the theory. He turns to Eugene. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys. I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there. It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead? Shush now, he turns to you. You got something else to back this route up, or is that it? Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot? Move on? Firmly? He shakes his head. Firmly doesn't go well with could have. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route, he forms a gun with his hand, does not put a bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one. Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt in the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. 5 seems alright. 1, like, how does 2 is correct, but how does it implicate, how does 2 implicate the thing? Joe, you sold your gun after... Oh, no, our gun didn't kill him. It's not even the right kind of gun. I'm just saying we're trying to present a plausible idea to him. So 5 could work for that.
2 is correct. But I don't think it implicates. 3 is wrong, so it's 1 or 4. 4 seems strong. 4 is just basically a stronger version than 1, right? Let's go 4. That looks antique. A Belmar grave. He takes the gun and inspects it and hands it back to you. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it? There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there with others just like it. 20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches, too. God damn it, we need to close that dump down for good. Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. He shakes his head. Damn it, I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there? We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit. Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone can get... Okay, now we're back here again. I didn't say I proved she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her. Move on. Alright, cop, he nods. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough. T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? He almost gets up from his seat. Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this? Phase 3 motive, the last component. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Before I arrested Clashes, she told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Clashes came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you. Number 2. Yeah, like what? Apparently she had a thing for classy sex. She wanted sex from her. Let's not get into it. It's needless sensationalism. Number 1. A thing, you mean? He tilts his head to the side and falls silent. Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now. Yeah, but... The fat man looks up from the table, oblivious. They're both girls. Girls like girls too, Angus, Kim explains. Sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked classy. I know, it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she says. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event. We just need to accept it. It's scary, yes. She probably went to a university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. Fuck you. The man can't believe what he's hearing. First he says she murdered him. Now she's a fog too? It's a lie. Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Damascus smiles. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there. I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party. She didn't fuck you because you're 40 and you still live with your mom, Dennis. Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Classy said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them. Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased. This is some sordid shit. The big man rubs his chin. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Orange puts out to cover her own ass. Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that. She'd tell us right before we arrested her. Dennis is a weeb. She'd tell us right before we arrested her. She told us. Ruby made her scared. And spilled the beans. He looks out the window pensively. That Ruby is queer as cabaret now. Is queer as cabaret now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. He glances at Glenn. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit, if that's the case, then it's not right. He looks at Titus, then Elaine. But it's not the case, right? There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it. Nah, man, that's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good. Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. He peeks at Titus, which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to. Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female. Yes, roll your eyes. Female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yeah, she's just got her shit together. That's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Not so useful. Titus looks at Elaine, then Eugene. Fucking hell, the blonde man is in some kind of anguish that makes him stare into his garlic bread bowl intently. I think we're probably going to do number 1 now. And I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop? She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus. Think about it. Why go through all the effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging, you went along, but she suggested it. The little man squints, eyes beady. She had like a fully formed plan and shit right when she came back downstairs. Really, Shanks? Classy wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd been first. Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. Titus, let's assume you killed him. Eugene? He scoffs. Think, you kill him. Get up there, shoot him, get down. Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder? The man is silent. If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss. Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. The blonde man waves his beer around. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus. Glenn, Titus looks grim. I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit. Ooh, so he didn't rule her out completely, and she skipped town. This is good. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only opinion he cares for. Yeah, I see it. He puts his beer down. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is, add it to your list of suspicions if you want. I don't know. He smiles a peculiar smile. I don't know where she went. She just up and left. I got real scared too. Wouldn't tell me why. Sorry, wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why? Why? She was afraid I would tell you. He looks you straight in the eye. Maybe she was right. By now I probably would. She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory. Perhaps. He looks out of the window again. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. When did she leave? What was she scared of? Do you have any clues on where Ruby went? Have you looked for her? Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies? When did she leave? Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. What was she scared of? I told you. You. Me as in the RCM? No, you as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Sure, normal, he says without smiling. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply, but he measures you up. Now I'm not so sure. What else did Ruby tell you about me? She said you have a funny taste in clothes, he scoffs, and that you won't stop, until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans. Fucking hell, the tattooed man shakes his head. Titus, did he just open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. He nods. Now we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day. Al, how about you? It's not an actual question. Silence, he nods. Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? You are insistent, he nods. Anything else? Anything? Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. Squeaky chair, squeaky chair. This cop Titus, this cop he, but she was too scared. Everett has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else, from Jamrock. It must be real stuff. Do you have any clues on where Ruby went? She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. She's on foot. Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her. Yeah, Al. He gives a sharp look, and we won't either. She's not really a... The man stares into his beer. Hardy candidate anymore, is she? She's not, Glenn. Have you looked for her? A little, on the coast. Where have you looked for her, more precisely? More precisely? On the coast, past the water lock. He nods southwest. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking? Sure, there are some shit houses there, a cinderblock town. The fisher folk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up. We will start there. The lieutenant takes a quick note. One more question. What does Ruby look like? Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a lorryman. Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies? The what now? I have no idea. He looks around. Boys? She said she's building his voice is very quiet, a pale emitter. A what? We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more. This guy barely understands what he's talking about. There you have it. Pale something. Titus puts an end to it. It's not much, but it'll do. Go. It'll have to. He puts his hand out. Shake it. His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material. You should be a cop, Titus. Just think it. No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance again. Okay, thanks for review. Guess what? Can I use a local drug trade? Like hell you have. He leans back unruffled. There's no local drug trade. This place is clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos. We'll do that. In the meantime, he points south. Did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drug switch from Terminal B to Jamrock? We know Ruby was the driver. We know that's your affiliation with her. He taps on his notebook. Detective, you want to deliver the coup de grace? You're right. There is no local drug trade. No, no, do the honor. You've earned it. Nod at Lieutenant. Thank you. He turns to face the man. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade. That's a mighty interesting theory. He rubs his jaw, smiling. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street. Yeah, man, theoretically, that's what you would do to get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies. You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly, he grins. For the good of the community, of course. Yes, but that just sends everyone else to Jamrock, doesn't it? You just diverted the flow to Jamrock. You've made it our problem. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. Number one, we haven't done anything, but theoretically it has to be someone's problem, so it might as well be yours. He takes a sip of his beer and smiles. I don't know, the big man says, swirling his beer can. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now I was sort of going to get my brewski on. And what about this Ruby? Is she the 8th Hardy who runs this thing for you? You sure do love long walks through Theory Town, don't you? The big guy asks. Straightening his cap. Well, I'm thirsty now. Thirsty for beer. Got any less theoretical questions, cop? He doesn't let it show, but he doesn't let it show, but must be a little impressed. You put a lot of things together fast. He's practically saying yes, a yes to everything you just said. I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Yeah? He doesn't seem worried. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Krenel? Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma. There's snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yes, they're forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for you. This is what happens if you take the law in your own hands. Other people start doing it too. Let them come, Blondie yells across the cafeteria. The Hardy boys are right fucking here. You heard the man, right here. He points to the ground. We're armed. We've got the whole district behind us, and Glenn is fucking crazy. Yeah, well-oiled murder machine. He punches Blondie on the shoulder. Do you know that a single Ceres giant hornet can kill 40 bees a minute? This Krenel is bad news. You know that, right? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them. Do you know the single Ceres giant? Who knew the world had such wondrous insects? The fuck is that supposed to mean? You're the bees, they're the hornet. We're not bees, we're men, we're socialists. Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. He turns to you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. We got weapons of our own. He cracks open his vest to give you a glimpse of his holster. We got Ister 50s, Ziegelers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. Will they pierce ceramic armor? Well, if Glenn has a knock cannon at home, I guess you'll be alright. Will he pierce ceramic armor? I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? That was an unsure phrasing. See what? That they don't? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. I'm wearing it. He takes a sip of beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word. Oh, please be like a check. Try and shoot me right now. See if it goes. Oh, please. Please, I'm wearing it. Try and shoot me right now. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them. Big fucking surprise, he mutters. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is going to happen? This Krenel is bad news. You know that, right? Pfft, a spray of beer. So are the local gangs, the fucking Barmy army, and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around? Yeah, where are they now, huh? He points south. Sent back to Madrid in an airtight cargo crate. These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy army. No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening on their communications. Their shit is way apart. Okay, conclude with a shrug. What do you mean, okay? He jerks forward a bit. I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay, you got this. You got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. Oh, I mean, I kind of want 4 to see if that leads us to getting our gun back. Let's go for it. We don't need you or your lost gun. We all have our guns. He almost splashes his beer at you. We'll just use those if it's okay with you. Lost gun or not, you're going to need help. Lieutenant looks Tice in the eye. We're offering it. Okay, I accept the offer. The man cracks his shoulder, but I'll believe it when I see it. He appreciates it, but can only accept it conditionally. All right. Okay, so, Shivabra Weeb has made quite a bit of fan art, and I have some messages to read, and we're 10 minutes off time, and I went over time last stream, so I think we're done. I'm going to put the fan art on a screen, and we'll continue tomorrow. I think we'll probably still finish this week, or maybe wow, we got a lot of skill points. What the fuck? Holy shit. I think we'll probably still finish this week, probably on Thursday, but I don't know. I don't know for sure because I've never played this game before. He doesn't know. These are awesome. Holy crap. These are really, really good. Okay, let me make sure I put them up in the same order. So it was logic first. Look at these. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Waifus aren't real. Okay, let me get a few on the screen at once. Encyclopedia was next. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Waifu, from the Japanese word waifu, a transcription of the word wife, your personal most attractive female anime cartoon character, commonly used by a weeaboos. A weeaboos. And next is Rhetoric, who's going to be someone's favorite, I know. You crazy degenerate, you. You know who you are. There's Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. But what if waifus were real? I should just shrink them so they're all on the screen at the same time. Actually, let's shrink it down over here. Next is Drama, who's gonna be another favorite for someone too. Look, chat, she's cute. Drama, play the actor, lie and detect lies. Your waifu is trash. And then there's two more, conceptualization and visual calculus. This is the most images I've ever had on the screen at once. Conceptualization, understand creativity, see art in the world, waifu is art. Wow. Wow. I think maybe that's going a little too far. Little too far. Waifu is art. And last is visual calculus. And then naturally, because it's this stream, we're going to vote on who's the best. Because why wouldn't we? Visual calculus, reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. Waifu is just a drawing. Oh no. Made an enemy for wife. Made an enemy for wife. Alright, so there are the candidates. Let's move them a little over. Can make them a little bigger maybe. Sorry, this is actually a little awkward because of the way the scaling works. Sorry about that. Alright, there we go. And I like this arrangement because someone is probably mad that drama isn't as big as some of the other ones on here. Alright, so let's do a vote. Who is best girl of these guys? Because of course we're going to do that. Why wouldn't we? There you go. Drama's bigger. Okay. Sorry, conceptualization. Sorry. Alright, manage poll. Alright, new poll. Who is best Shivabro Weeb waifu? Logic. Drama. Rhetoric. Oh no, I think we're out of room. Visual calculus. Oh no, there's not enough room for all of them. One has to be called. Poll which one to call. All right, we'll do a straw poll then. Logic, drama, encyclopedia, rhetoric, visual calculus, conceptualization. Alright, that's it. Alright, here we go. I hope I did this right. If not, then we'll find out. It's poll new. It's poll new. I always forget. I always forget. I always get it wrong. This is why I copy and paste it first. I always forget. Alright, here you go. Spamming it. Place your bets now. Place your bets now. And while we go through that, thank you, Yayification, for the 2-month resub. Thank you very much, Yayification. It's a Reciteer meme, but it checks out. Thank you, Yayification. So I'm not even gonna say like did Logic win. I just want to see how much did Logic win. Oh, drama gave her a run for her money more than I thought. I wonder every day what would happen if you took one of your VODs and showed it to yourself a few years back. How would you respond to this shit right here? I would be really proud. Really, really proud. Playing the community like a fiddle. Good job. Good job. Thank you again, Yayification. Thank you, Marl, for the 7-month resub. Thank you very much. These came in quite a while ago, so hopefully you guys are still here. Thank you, Marl. Ralph Fox used fine words to say, Joe, I've been working, like this is like a dialogue, like a scene from a play. So Joe says, I've been working on this video for so long it could be done any day now. Lily, I'm so glad, but Joe, have you decided on where you want to upload? Joe, of course, I want to upload here with you. The hospital's Wi-Fi is crap anyway. Lily, I just want you and the video to be okay. It's been overdue for long. It could be any day now. Joe, well, I know I'll be fine with you here to help me. And then Lily... And then it's the follow-up. Lily, my perfectionism is breaking. I'm going into rendering. Lily, don't worry, Joe. I'm going to make sure the kids are safe, and then I'll be back. Joe, dragon and pain noises. Lily, wow, this is going places. Lily quickly informs Finn and Leo and brings them and Kate to Joe's room. Joe, we're back. How are you doing? Joe, nervous dragon sounds. Lily, I'm worried about viewer retention. Lily holds Joe's hand. Don't worry. I'm amazed people watch half the weird shit you do. This will be fine. Wow. So I'm giving birth to the video. Thank you, Ralph Clogs. Oh wait, there's more. Joe, I'm in the last 99%. Lily, I can see the thumbnail. Oh god, I can see the thumbnail. It's crowning. Joe, Lily, congratulations, Joe. It's beautiful. 12-hour video game video. Wow, only 12 hours? It's longer than that. Joe, how is it? Lily, it's Leo. I'm sorry, but Kate, it's no masterpiece. Wow. Wow. Was that worth 1,500 bits over 3 messages, Ralph Clogs? God damn. Well, thank you for that, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Ralph Clogs. Thank you, Ralph Clogs, for the labor RP for the Witcher video. Thank you, Gashunko, for the 2-month resub. Thank you very much. Are you related to Junko? Gashunko? 77 Hockey has resubscribed for 20 months. Thank you very much, 77 Hockey. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Waskies, or some say Woskies, or some say Waskais, has resubscribed for 14 months. Thanks for all these months of great entertainment. Unfortunately, I haven't been as active on streams lately since I want to play this game for myself. I look forward to future streams after your current project is done. Oh, I don't think Waskies is even here. Oh no, Waskies is here. Waskies is here. How's it going, Waskies? It's fine. I hope that you enjoy the game yourself when you go through it. I really like this game. Definitely one of my favorites of last year. And one of the most interesting games I ever played, for sure. Yeah. It's really, really good. Worth playing. Thank you, Malberg, for the 12-month resub. Welcome to the 1-year club, Malberg. I still remember the day you took my subscriber virginity. Crazy how fast a year goes. By JPH Fine. Resub messages can be often be very sexually charged, huh? Thank you, Malberg. Welcome to the 1-year club. It's an anniversary. Reese Polar used another 100 bits just to say, one more time for the road, fuck Top Lolly. Well, I was using 100 bits to say, also, I started watching Madoka again because of you. I weeb lapsed. But you like Madoka, right? You're really a big fan of Madoka? I hope that it holds up the, probably, the 4th time that you've watched it? So, enjoy. Pharasma's Herald has resubscribed for 2 months. Tried to share this before and it didn't work. Hopefully it does now. Just want to send my thanks to both you and Lily for helping me get through a crazy stressful time. Heart, see you in the VODs. Hopefully you get here, Pharasma's Herald. I can't say your name, I'm sorry. And I'm glad that the two of us can help you out with that in any small way that we can. I hope you're feeling better. Hope things get better for you. Thank you very much. Poker Starfish used 100 bits to say, sorry I fell asleep, what happened? We're voting on best girls. Logic won. Logic won with 63 votes, then drama, then visual calculus, then conceptualization, then rhetoric, then encyclopedia, which I'm surprised. I thought encyclopedia, the page hair might have done it for some of you. Huh. It was between drama and logic for sure, though. I know my community. I know you guys. Excuse me. And last on my list is Elysium for the 513 sub with Noise. Noise. Isn't there like a Key and Peele sketch where they do Noise? That's a pretty funny one. Thank you, Elysium. I really fucking wonder, man. He did confirm that Witcher 1 is 4 hours, so like how the hell Witcher 3 is anything below 8? Okay, so like Witcher 3 is a lot longer of a game, but it's nowhere near as dense as Witcher 1 and 2 is, so you'll be surprised. It is pretty long though, but yeah. What if you would show yourself in the past? Yourself reading ooh furry version of your own script. Furry? What? That would be pretty bad. Have you ever played Rain World? I just tried it recently and was very surprised by how good it was because Hollow Knight Run for its money is Game of the Year 2017. I've played it a little bit. I was enjoying it. I wanted to play some more, but I was in the middle of a project at the time. I can't imagine that it would give Hollow Knight Run for its money. I know a lot of people love Rain World, but I think I would enjoy it, but I don't think it's a game I'm ever going to love. The movement was a little too limited for me, and honestly a little too awkward. But maybe if I played it some more, I would get more into it. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a great kids anime in case you want to corrupt your kids. Also, that statement will hurt the weebs. I don't know, like, don't we want to watch like the first few seasons of Pokemon first so we understand it? I don't know. I feel personally attacked. Uh-oh, one of them is in trouble. SpongeBob is anime. Is it? Avatar is so freaking good. I've heard good things about Avatar, actually. I've heard good things about parents saying that this was a show I was able to watch with my kids and I was able to enjoy it along with them. The mailbox, we tried to pet the mailbox last time. It didn't do anything. We did it last one. Oh. That's new. He didn't do that last time. We played it after the patch, and he didn't do that last time. Maybe it was bugged. Your hands were full? Oh, okay. Here you go. We're patting the mailbox. There you go. There you go. All right, I think I need to go relieve Lily from parent duty because that doesn't sound good downstairs. Any questions or anything I missed throughout the stream that anyone would just like to ask real quick before I go? There's a lot of reading in this game, so I usually can't keep an eye on chat as much as I can when it's gameplay focused. Have a good day, Joe. I'm feeling a little better, but I don't know. Now that I'm done, I feel kind of too hot all of a sudden. Is there a game you're glad you didn't play on stream? Assume the Witness is up there. Yeah, any puzzle game. Puzzle games are a nightmare to play on stream. Tomorrow, you dab. You have my word. Breath of the Wild too. I'm glad I didn't play Breath of the Wild on stream. Were there any Yaya cash-ins today? There was Bill Nye the Cream Pie guy used 20k on literally nothing instead of a Yaya. Congratulations, Bill Nye the Cream Pie guy. That has been cashed in. Congrats. Will you please take a week break from streaming after Disco? It might be good for you. Maybe, but if you take breaks from streaming, you lose momentum, and it's really hard to get the momentum back. Like the fact that we're sitting between 500 and 600 viewers. Today was a little bit on the lower end, but 500, 600 viewers on a game like Disco that's been spread out over so many weeks with all the fucking around that we're doing is actually really good. Like before we used to stream like I don't know a year ago or so, like we would be lucky to get 400 viewers on like a big game. So I don't know, we'll see. I could use the time though. I could for sure. Anyway, I'm out. See you guys later. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Start thinking about what game you want me to play first out of the list, by the way. Like, do we come back to full-time streaming with Yakuza 0? Do we come back with Ace Attorney? Do we come back with Vampire the Masquerade, the David Cage Marathon, or the Outer Wilds? You know, like, start thinking about it. Maybe we'll do a vote of the voted games, and we'll see what we come back with. Anyway, see you guys later.